Got it doing. Sorry, I'm like 4 minutes late. I lost track of time. Let's see, are we live? Yeah, okay, it says seconds. We got seconds rolling. There's like light and dark. Check it out, it's like light and dark. Put my hand over here and like disappear right into the light. Okay, sorry, just messing around. What's everybody doing today? Michael Rolla channel. How's everybody doing? Divine channel. Actually, you know, it's really I really do enjoy just channeling all divisions. You know, I hope you guys can't hear that because isn't there copyright stuff? So if anybody's on, let me know if you can hear music in the background. If you can, I'm gonna have to turn it down. I usually keep something on. Recently, what's on my hand? Something got on my hand. I tried to fix it. So anyways, today we're talking Earth element, 5 phases. What was I saying? Right? Divine channel, right? You know, but no, really, I just like channeling all beings, all divisions. I think honestly, that's the way we're gonna come together. If we don't, then you know, we got all this stuff to balance. But how are we gonna balance it if we can't even talk about, you know, you disagree with me, and now I gotta myrtleize you, you know? So, all right, well. We'll see how well that goes. But yes, I like to channel all beings of all sorts and all kinds because my only intent here, willingly or unwillingly, is like I have to love us all. I can't help it. You know, like I'm here for all of us. Like it's noble. I can't help it. You know what I mean? But, you know. And you know, and that's common in all of us. We see things happen in the world and we get triggered, like, oh, it's bogus. I mean, you know, it's just, so anyways, channeler of beings, you know, because no matter who you are, and no matter where you're at, you know, if you're somewhere that's negative or something, you know, this doesn't mean you get to be written off like, oh, well, you know, you're going to hell. Anyways, so hi, how you doing? Michael Rolla, Divine Channel, and you know, life coach, ascension guide, energy worker, really, alchemist. It's kind of, and not by any traditional. Well, depends which one we're talking about. You know, energy work. And so today, right, Tai Chi, Qigong, Shaolin, Taoism, and that's what we're talking about today. So, Earth element. Part 5, video 5, and I'll list them off. I'll put them in the comments. So, Earth, we have the organ, the spleen, right? The sound is who or ho or who. I wrote it there. The word ho will give you the grounding, the ho, right? You gotta do it really low. Or who for acute symptoms. So, who. And you can feel the difference as the tone goes through your body. The weather is autumn, perfect autumn day actually, because we're on the 5th element, so we're into the 5th season, which is Indian summer, right? That moment of like supreme dryness, you know, where it's just earth, it's just sand or rock or whatever, just earth stuff, you know. Bright yellow is the color, and it's distorted emotion, which you all will totally be familiar with. I think we all are. Is worry and anxiety, in all areas, right? It says past and future, and you can feel that when you're worried. You feel the pit of your stomach kind of like, you know, like caving in, right? Because you're worried and your anxiety, and then you're not calm, you're not solid, you're not still, you know. So we'll get into this sound in a minute. And what I want to do is I want to bring the cycle to its completion, because we end with the Earth as the centering point, and that's you know, one of the next ones is it's centering. The energetic movement of Earth is stabilizing, grounding, centering, right, in the 0 point, you know, energy, and not even so much zero, but that still point, right, is what it says here. The related sense is the mouth and swallowing. Your esophagus. Your earth, your food. Indian singer, he said that. Earth center, the planet is Saturn. The distorted emotion, worry, anxiety, the yin positive is fairness and openness, which is feminine. And then the yang is actually the ability to be present, balanced, centered, to stabilize, and having a strong boundary. The animal is the monkey, and this is the fun part. When you dance as the monkey, and eat bananas. You can do all kinds of things. Oh, hold on, I should turn this down. Hey, Starseed. What did I just do? Oh no. Are we still live? Did I just cut out? Whoa. That was crazy. Are we still live? Is it still working? Okay. Pull it down. Okay. Oh, I gotta mute it. Yikes. Trying to mute my damn phone. So we got golden phoenix, oxen, monkey. So we're gonna stabilize. So today we're gonna do just real quick one round. I'm gonna do another video as kind of a teaser of my comment because we have to do the sixth sound organ. It's not really an organ, but it's a sound, and it's an energy, and it's a color, and it's all these things too, and it's we'll talk about it next time, but depending on how much time, I kind of want to integrate both of it and just get this thing moving forward, because we got to start getting into the work. The whole world is starting to feel this energy coming. So right now we're going to do earth sound with the who and the ho. Yeah, it is totally still bright out here. 3:30, damn. Oh yeah, you're more, okay, yeah, that's why. You're more up. You're more north. Is that what it is? Why isn't this slowing down? Okay. Alright, hold on. Comments. We good. Okay. So Earth. The point of Earth, let's start there, right? The point of the video is rotating Earth, right? So Mr. Gardner, okay, right? What is it? 37% of the Rollas in history were farmers, right? Okay, yes, we totally were. I know, that's why I have a green thumb. So I can bring things back to life with my thumb. I just put my thumb on the earth and the plant and the pot, and it will grow back to life. Although I probably give it food too, and that probably helps, but so yeah, but I know what they need, so definitely plant empath right here, right? So Earth, the point is, what are you saying? Stop, you're gonna throw me off. I see chat coming up. So the point is rotating the Earth. So, right, we have to churn it, right? And if you're cultivating a field, you have to every year, or at most every 2 years, you want to switch your plots on the farm, right? It's you want to have more space so that you can rotate your fields. So Earth energy, very still, very center pointing, just stays, it's wonderfully grounding. It's what we all need to go stand outside on the Earth and just, we all know about grounding, right? So what you want to do is rotate it so that it recycles, because the Earth can't get stagnant, and it can, if it doesn't have either fire to create fusion within it, if it doesn't have water to erode it, to pressure it, right? What would emotions do? They'd pressure you until you can't take it anymore, and then your mountain would just crack and just come tumbling down, or whatever, or it would erode you from the size of, and you get watermarks, right? It's from the sea or the whatever lake or river. And then there's all the other ones. And that's what we're going to get into, is because all of them affect everything. And I was thinking about this earlier, is the fact that when you learn, I just see it, I see life differently, like when you look at things, people, places, ideas, when you can look at an idea, when you look at everything from, for me, it was asking why in my whole life. Like, why? Like, I've always asked why. Like, why am I listening to you? Why? I don't know. Maybe that's why. Like I said, I don't know if you guys know. When I was 5 years old, I used to sing in church choir. Because mom had me singing in church choir, and I came out and I said, why do we have all these other religions where we're Lutheran? And I was like, what's the difference between this or that? And she says, well, some of them believe in Jesus, some of them don't, or some of them have their own ideas, or whatever it was that she said. I can barely remember. And I just basically was like, oh, okay, right? Like, I see what's going on here, for a 5-year-old, so I've just done that naturally, so it's like, so when you see life as energy, when you see it as like push and pull, right? That's why I love Tai Chi. It's not just about like beating people's heads into a pulp, it's about, the form, it's like, hey, stop it. I gotta turn my notifications off. I don't know how, real quick. When my shout out to Papa, right? Papa says one time, he says, we're talking about Kung Fu at the dinner table or whatever, and we all came out to California. It was before I lived out here, or maybe as soon as I just moved out here, and we're eating lunch, we're out at the restaurant, and you were talking about Kung Fu, and he said something, like, well, 45 will put an end to all of that, all that Kung Fu, I started cracking up, and then I was like, like, how are you going to say that? Because to understand, like, life through that way, like a monk, a Shaolin monk, they devote years, like just in order to become a Shaolin monk, it's 10 years minimum that you need to devote, or I don't know if it's 10 years minimum, I'm probably saying that wrong. I think the dude I was watching said he did 10 years, but like I'm sure you could apply it any time, and it's 3-year periods. Like if you fail, you have to do another 3 years, right? You probably apply whatever, but you ain't gonna win the first time. So just go up in there and apply. But it's like when you study the body and the mind and the soul, and you understand its cycles and its creations and its patterns. And you see them in people, you see them in yourself first. Well, no, maybe in people, because we're babies, so we're looking out. We see them in other people, and then we start to relate, right? And then we get stuck in the, like, relating to other people outside of us. But when you see it as energy, you can understand what it's doing, what it's going to do next, how it feels, why it feels that way. Oh, it needs more water. It needs more nurturing. It needs more wood element, more command. Not fire. It needs command, right? It needs liver detoxification. It needs to understand what's happening, right? Metal, lung energy. It needs to be sharp, present, knowing, beautiful. It needs to be, powerful, right? How, everything. How we look at anything. Earth, it needs to be stable. It needs to be, and all of these are part of what we talk about, what we think about, and how we say or how we act with the world. Like your thought has, number one, a yin and yang. It has an origination, and then with that origination, which is your 0 point, nothing, zero, still, you think about something. And then you have to say, why did I think about that? And if I thought of one thing, how does it equate into this whole entire equation that is something that I'm trying to do, or whatever. So am I getting off of, I feel like we're getting, okay, they're reminding me to, like, talk about Earth. We're talking about Earth. Shh. Who are you? I want to talk about that too, channeling. Like, I realize that I do that when I'm like, I'll like say, oh, okay, thanks. It's because there's a difference when you recognize the fact that, like, it's me thinking something. I know when I'm thinking something, I'm talking about something, and then there's a moment when I'm like, I might be trying to think ahead, and then it's like, funk, I think funk, a thunk in my head, and it just makes it's like a word, or it's a phrase, or it's an image, or it's a this, or it's a that, and that's the collaboration that you can do, and you realize that you're doing it with energy. You're doing it with energy. That's what it always is. Right? Even if it's consciousness, well, what does consciousness do? It creates energy. It starts doing stuff like that. It's like it all comes, right? Okay, so wait, we gotta go back to Earth. What's Earth? I don't know. Okay, let's go. I'm just gonna take a break. Hey guys, what's happening? What's happening, y'all? Hey Sylvie, South Australia. Oh, good. It's not okay. So this is a good time. We can do again -10. Yeah, that's what's up. That's my jam right there. Oh man, I just go outside just to do it because when it's that cold, you know how silent it is. Oh, it's fantastic. That's when the Ice Queen is there. Yeah. No, that's what Illinois is like. Near Chicago. I mean, it's below. Yeah, mom back home. She been getting it. She been getting snows. She sent it. She put one on Facebook where she's all, she's all decked out. Green thumb. Yeah, cool. Starseed. That's awesome. It took a while. Finally. Holy good Lord, have mercy. Yeah, so what I heard, you guys, about snow is that because the energy and the polarities are and have been aligned now, like a lot of the heavier negative is not weighing down as much. So we're actually experiencing what is like an actual winter or something. Like it's still gonna change over the years, but it's like we should be set and clear for the future. But yeah, anyways, so we'll see what happens. But we got snow here too. We don't ever get snow here. I think we got it like 2 years ago. But we just usually fires, right? Ooh, 0, huh? Yep. Hey, Unified. Nice. Yeah, I wanted to shout out, man. I hope you're enjoying yourself out there, man. Dude, you gotta enjoy yourself for all of us out there, man. Come on now. I'm swimming at the beach. I used to do that at the old apartment with the pool every day after work. Just go out and just lay out in the sun and hop in the pool. Oh man, it was great every single day. What a reset from, I mean, it was great. Now to get off early, nobody was there. It was fantastic. Because the kids were still at school, and then they'd start coming after, and then I'd get back home. Wonderful. I gotta find a pool. Oh my God, and you know what's funny? You guys are talking about cold, man. It's beautiful over here. We're getting 70. Like, it was fantastic. Like, I'm going out tonight, because I know I'm gonna wake up outside at 5 a.m. It's gonna be hot. I'm gonna feel great. Yeah, Fahrenheit. Yeah, that's the thing too. You guys are in Celsius. ¿Qué pasa, güey? Oh, thank you guys. Yeah. Tomorrow we're gonna do Lilith officially. No. She's getting excited. I'm getting excited too. As soon as I say her name, I told her, she knows I'm sweet on her. I put a cool picture up, because she's a badass. But then, I was like, that's not how you look to me. And she's like, yeah, that's because, and she laughs and winks at me, right, Sometimes it's so cold you can't breathe. Yeah, you can. But yeah, it's probably drier up there too by you, right? Like, Chicago's got, what's the lake? Oh my God. I don't even know the lake that's over there, Lake Superior? No, I don't know what lake we have. Lake Michigan. Thank you. That's over there. So it's humid. It's like 80% humidity. So it's extremely humid. Sylvie's never seen snow. I'm gonna send you pictures. We gotta send Sylvie next time I get snow over here. Sun is rotating on atom circles in the waters of the beach, is changing coloration patterns in two different realms. One communication with Jupiter and others with Mercury's digitalis. Very good. This is good news. Yeah, everything's coming into such a stronger alignment right now. And that's I'm glad you mentioned, unified. Thank you. Understanding when I say channeling, we're channeling beings. Okay. See, we're not talking about Earth. This is why he told me focus on the Earth. It's about focusing. Yeah, but we got to rotate the Earth because see, this is the thing. We think of Earth and we should be calling her Gaia. That's her real name. She's not just Earth. She's water and fire and air and metal and wood and all these other things too. So we got to do. But understanding, just like I was saying with the elements, when you understand the sun has all of the divisions within the sun, right? But it functions primarily as as its reactor, and then you say, well, anyways, oh my God, see, see, this is why I said I'm gonna make a glossary of all your weird words, unified. It's gonna help us all. It's gonna be great. I can't wait. Hey, Galactica. That's a reset. You trying to plan for warm weather beach palm tree? Yes, dude. Just that's it. Because we're here that's why we're here. We gotta hold the grid. Whatever it is, whatever makes you happiest, just do it. Whatever you want, because we talk about it all the time. That's why tomorrow we're gonna talk about just destroying your old, just getting rid of it. Anything old. Just burying the past is what I wanted to say, and I was like, oh, that kind of sounds kind of cryptic, right? So I saw these words started popping on. All right, anyways, let me see. Oh, okay, hold on. See, I got to turn that on. All right, so not wood, earth. I'm thinking of the earth. So centering, right? So who sound. So you want to make like who for acute. So if you're like temporary seat, so one thing you don't want to do with the Tai Chi and with your energy and with Qigong is you don't want to do it when you're sick. Not at the height or the onset of your sickness, because it's gonna, there's kind of the sense that you can push it forward faster, like if you do it or if you do certain ones, you can help detoxify. And yes, that is what sounds are for. When you're in certain states of being, you have to apply the right amount of pressure. It's not about just overpowering all the time or being too gentle, right? It has to just the right amount. So if you make the sound, it allows for the communication into the organs, and it will remind the organs to help itself. So, when you're sick, though, they say don't do like Tai Chi forms, whatever, because then you're going to rotate the sickness through your body. And the idea of the practice in the first place is that you're strengthening, you're balancing, you're getting, so you don't want to get in like any sort of negative like flow, right? Because then you're creating and flowing dark energy, if you will, and it's not dark, it's just light, right? But you always want to, and that's how you heal. You bring light to whatever dark or sickness that it is. It's like I said, I don't know if, I said in the video here where I just, lower back pain, whatever, just from sitting in school. I'm tall, right? Everything is low to me, so I have to look down. If I was short, I'd be able to look up. Okay, because everything would be above me, and all the people I'd have to talk to are up here, but they're usually not. So you just put your hands on it, and then you just breathe in the love, and it's that idea that we're not trying to separate, we're trying to integrate, and this is what Earth is all about, is centering and integrating all of the elements into one. Okay, so with an acute symptom, right? Something that's like if you got gas, right? Or if you got, because you just ate something, you want to do a whoo sound. And you want to feel it, like literally, like your body. It's body work. You know, you have to embrace these things, get past your mental, whatever might still be there. And it sounds how it sounds. It sounds so funny when I do it, right? I still feel weird about doing it, right? You know what I mean? But I love it. Like, it's so powerful, and that's why I'm just, we got to create this. I got to create this so we all have this. Just more of it, more of you guys telling people about this stuff too. Like, when you make these sounds, so let's do a whole round. The other one is ho, or so it's HU and HO, and and when you do the which we'll do, you do the hissing sound, so you do the lungs and the white tiger sound, the metal, and then you at the end you ho really, really loud to ground, because it's opposite, right? The air and the metal. So not necessarily it's opposite, right? It's a creation cycle. There's 5 elements. So none of them are it's not 4. They're not just opposites, like it's 5. So it's a whole, it works together. When you need an immunity boost, just do, I told you I'm going to teach you internal chi breathing, or direct chi breathing, right? There's all kinds of chi breathing. If you want to do for immunity boosts, you have to, it depends. I would have to know you. I would have to see your body system in order to know which one you should do, because you might need fire. You might need an immunity boost because you have too much heaviness, but if your immune system is healthy, right, you could use a fire. You could use some dragon breath, right? Tongue out all the way, right? Hands all the way up, twist. For fire, dragon fire breathing, okay, real quick. Okay, it's hands all the way up. You can't see my hands if I put them up here, but you do hands all the way up. Okay, and you want to pinch. This helps the tendons and the leg, and you breathe the fire. And when you rotate, as you exhale, you rotate your wrists, and in the ha sound, breathe from your heart, right? And this will exhale and activate the fire if that's what you need. Because then you might need an immunity boost in the sense of you might need to wash it away with water, or you might need to detoxify it with the liver, which is wood, which is the soap, right? Right? Everything is soap. Soap is green. Archangel Raphael cleans it with the green, right? And then the wash comes with the truth and the wisdom, which is wisdom, truth, hibernation in the kidneys, the bear, ancient wisdom, and hibernate forever, right? Because it knows how to survive within its own body. It trusts within its own system. It's not asking nobody else, right? Fucking bears. I love bears. Liver and kidneys are coming up for. Okay, wait. What are you saying? I'm sorry. Fire and air. Yeah, so you need water, right? And you like earth and water. Okay. Right. So if you need an immunity, okay. Let me see. Well, yeah. Then you need to get tidal waved with rocks. Sorry if my interpretation doesn't work very well. Hold on, I'll get to it. Right. So now I'm thinking of what exercise you can do. Okay. Right. So you need to stop dragon breathing. Right. Liver and kidneys are coming up. Yeah. Oh yeah. You need. Well, that's all. Earth and water is stillness. Because even within water, right? It's why it's the triangle down with like Earth. But with the thing, it's because it's very still. Under the water, it's kind of like, there's currents, but it's very like thick. So it's kind of like Earth, whereas in air obviously isn't. Fire is obviously burning everything to crisp, right? So you're going to need to do these earth sounds. I have to, do you know how many things I'm thinking of right now? I'm trying to focus on earth. You have to do a ton of stuff. Yeah. The sh sound, right? The sh. Wood controls fire. Shh. Just shut up. Right? And then earth is going to back you up. Because wood commands earth, because it grows out of earth. So it takes earth and uses earth energy, right? So wood, I would use the wood sound for now. Wood, yeah, you need to, yeah, stop, just stop. Just stop and let it happen, right? That's what you need. You need to get washed over, right? That's because of the fire. You know, I'm an air sign too. Like, I know it, but I have that water, right? So I got that, like 40% water natal, you know what I mean? So, yeah. And then my 13th sign is at Earth, right? Virgo, and then fire. Where's fire? I'd have to look. I think I'm like 20-something fire or whatever. Yeah, but I'm trying to think of a practice. I mean, hey, I'll show you. You want to do ocean breathing. That's what you want to do. You can call it ocean breathing, ocean breath. You want to shake your tree. You got to shake the tree. Look it up. Shaking the tree to get you warmed up. And then you want to do ocean breathing through your whole entire body. You would benefit from doing the microcosmic orbit. Breathing up fire and then breathing down the water. But there's so many practices that come in. There's so much that's coming to my mind right now. Hey, unified, all four emerged elements, voice the greatest, the sounds, infinity, sacred breath, cosmic elixir, flame, serpent, fire, and the energy of life force combines the laser communication signals. Yeah, exactly. I gotta drink. I'm getting dry. No, and that's what I love is there's so many elements, and you can work with, you know, the wind, the wood, the metal, right? They say wind is in wood. They say wind is, you know, the metal, and it's like it's all true. You know, it's like I started saying earlier, everything is connected to everything. So honest, you know, and I got a lot of questions too that I don't want to ask, Darcy, or you know, like it depends. It depends what why, what boost in what way, you know, like I gotta say, but don't worry about it. That's funny. So wait. So okay, so let's start. We'll start with a bit of the See, I should do the fifth or the sixth element. We're gonna call it. I thought I was going to talk about it today. I had a feeling I was, so maybe we will. So Earth, let's do one round of it though. Okay, so it starts with the lungs because the lungs are sinking, right? So let's review. Okay. Gold medal lungs, hissing sound. So this will help you, Jazz. Okay. I don't know if you can make sounds right now, but do it subvocally. So like dolphins, you know, we can barely hear it, like sonar and whales, you know, right? I think it sounds like it, but it didn't come from my subvocal, right? You know, it always sounds like they're crying, man, but they're not. You know, you gotta listen close. Okay, so hissing sound, so it drops in your body and your energy. It's the white tiger, okay, so connect to your tiger, right? We're doing air, lungs, okay, facing west, white, pure white, okay, embody your whole body, and we'll do like 3 rounds of each. So you want to claw, but you want to lift up because you're gathering, right? And you I got good lungs. I've always had good lungs. That last really weird. It's like the whale sound. Yes. So, one more. Strong eyes. Presence. Beauty. You are a white tiger. right? Feel your whole body. Strength, beauty. Exhale, grief, sadness. Exhale. We'll do one more because I didn't say all this shit the first time. Nose, smelling. Okay, contracting, sinking, and letting go. Right? Air signs. Lung energy, lung. And now think of grounding. You want to come up and go, oh, really loud. Whoa! Like, really loud. You know, I want to yell to that. Yeah. Yeah, you do. Of course. What is it? Okay, so after, well, I'm not going to read this. Wait, no, I got to think of it first. So after the lungs sinks down, we come into the kidneys energies, which is the bear, color blue or black, dark blue, blue or black deer. It's wisdom, like I said earlier. It's fear, exhaling fear, getting rid of fear. Okay, and you're crashing through the water, through the waves. It's your kidneys energy. This exit kidneys. North for winter, and the sound is choo. So you're choo, choo, and you work one side. Choo, and you twist, you press, you twist your kidneys. Fear gone. Choo, right? And a bear, because you're a bear, you're walking through the woods. Choo, you're taking down trees. Choo. And the reason why it's the sound. And come up all the way up, stretch your kidneys as much as you can. You know what I mean? Right? You make the and then it's the sound. You know, they meditated for thousands of hundreds. They meditated all day long, and they got used to the sounds. You know, that resonate with the tone, with the frequency of your bodies, of your organs. You know what I mean? That's where this comes from. 7,000 years, you know, it's ancient healing. We can heal everything in our bodies, and our minds, and our heart. So there's different exercises with the bear. The other one, you can just walk, right? Like, where you don't do the hands. And when you get into the, okay, so we're gathering, we're absorbing, and we're nurturing. Do you notice that? Do you notice how, it's obvious with the movements, okay, but how the do you see how it dropped right there? I don't know if you felt that. Make your sound. You'll feel it drop. It makes you feel present, but it's not the earth yet. You know what I mean? It's not, the earth is just before it. And then it goes into nurturing. So now you're with your body. You're gathering, absorbing, and nurturing. And then you work your kidneys. Okay, and then the next one is the wood, right? Because the water gives to the wood sound. And it's the gentle growth of generating, rising, and expanding. We went from Venus to Mercury to Jupiter now, wood. So it's generating, rising, expanding, control and decisiveness for male, for yang, and then kindness for yin. The distorted emotion is anger. So it's not in your heart is anger, right? That's a slight difference. The anger is the frustration, is the annoyance with it not going your way, Mr. Commander Liver, right? That's our liver, which is why yang, balanced, control, decisiveness. And the yin is the kindness, because you know everything's fine, right? Soft, green, emerald, and we make shh. Springtime. Shh. The animal's a deer, the leaping deer or the green dragon. So it's shh. And they'll do like deer, they'll do antlers. Shh. going to twist to your side. And when you make that shh sound, it comes from the water, and you can feel it. So we're into nurturing. Get back into nurturing, okay? And then now we're going to come out of the nurturing, and we're going to grow life, right? Wood's going to start looking around, poking its head out. Going to the liver. When you're sitting, the practice is you push with your fingers. You push into your organs. You'll push into your spleen. You'll push into that. You can. I didn't do the sittings. We should do sittings because I'm sitting. But so sound would do like 2 more, right? So nurturing, right? Breathe. Picture green all over your body, and the green dragon, right? He's not breathing fire on everybody. You know, it's just. It's your baby. Your baby is coming to life. You as a baby. And you're seeing the world innocently, gently for the first time. Kindness, control, and decisiveness. You're spreading into your 5 fingers. Right? Make the sound again. Connect with your liver, color green, your whole body green. And come up. And your hands will come down. But your spine's up. Your body's up. These are the leaves. And now you have leaves. You know, now you have branches. That's your arms. And your leaves. All right, next one. Feels good so far. You guys will notice when we do these practices that you will feel a rotation start to begin. If we stopped right now, it would be incomplete. Perhaps I recognize this because I know the completion, but you'll feel perhaps this, you'll recognize this as we go. Okay, so wood goes up to fire, so it goes up to your heart. And now instead of anger, it's cruelty and impatience, right? It's the act. It's the I hate yous, right? It's the, instead of anger and like frustration and madness or, it's now we're into like it's in your heart now and you're radiating this. And it's hatred and it's cruelty and it's impatient. Yeah, impatience works too. It depends how you interpret impatience, I guess, Because like I said, I would think anger, impatience with the wood, and control and decisiveness, impatience. But it works also too because the yin balance is love, right? And then impatience, they say, which you would have with love. You'd have it with kindness too, right? So it's tough when you get to the liver and the. It's not tough. You just have to. You don't have to like pick one. It's not like you have to, just know the difference in your vibration when you do it, or whatever, when you're feeling something, And usually we feel it in the organ in the first place, anyways. You're like, oh, I feel, whatever. So wait, let me check which organ, And if you don't know in the moment, make the sound. If you're not sure, like you're like, oh my God, I totally feel out of balance right now. What's going on? What go through the sounds, do it. See if it's the one. Just do it. Focus on it. You make it as many times as you want, but you just do it once if you pay attention, and you'll feel where you're out of balance. So fire is heat, HA, right? But it's subvocal again. You're speaking from your organs. Because if you don't vibrate the organs, then it doesn't do the healing. This is why all of the movements, and this is why it really gets intense. Like I was doing Earth earlier, so I was monkeying around. Downstairs. We'll get to that one. And that was a blast. And I did one really big, like whoa. And it was like, oh, it felt great. It was so guttural. And I was like, I'm looking at the walls. And I was sorry guys, shit. But that's what I need space. Come on, spirit. Come on, man. Shit, I need room. Michael's loud. Michael's too loud. All right. So fire. Let's go through it first. I don't want to. All the way through. All the way through. Heart. It's not just like ha 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 ha. It's it's gonna help you too. So in this moment, if you're saying you're fire, you're saying you need an immunity boost, you're saying something. If you're mainly fire and air or whatever, then do Can you feel it balancing? And if you feel it balancing, is it balancing as in it's coming down, or is it balancing as in you're rising it up? If it's coming down, then you have an overabundance, and you need an immunity boost in your, which is what she needs. Yes, you need to bear it. You need to tear down some trees. Who's that? Who's telling me this? Yeah, or whatever. Cruelty, impatience, love, patience, warmth, vitality. So the yang is the warmth and the vitality. The yin is the love and the patience. Direction, south, red crane or Chinese pheasant. Mars, of course. Tongue, tasting. Summertime, and it's prospering, radiating, and dispersing. So it's got all the elements of fire, but it's the reactor. You know what I mean? It inspires, it ignites, right? So prospering, radiating, and dispersing. So you may need to focus on the dispersing. Right? That would be the balance. If you're too high, you need to disperse. And the practice for that is the fire and water alchemy, which is Kan Li, which is the later integration after we've opened up your 8 channels. So we're not even close to that, but I often talk about the Kan Li fire. So if you just use the sounds and you can inhale the chew sound, but make it on an inhale and pull it up. Pull up your kidneys up into your heart, right? And then and don't focus on the ha, focus on the and the exhale evaporation of the ha sound, right? So you're feel from the kidneys, feel it come up, and then on the exhale, remember microcosmic orbit this whole time, up the back and down the front. That'll calm the fire. Your head, you'll start to feel it. Okay, I'll show you something else too for opening up. But for now, we got to stick to this. Okay, so the ha sound, right? It's the red crane. It's radiating, it's dispersing, prospering. So depending on what you're doing, in this case, we're just working with it, right? So you want to inhale and you want a red crane. So inhale and then you're breathing your fire right down on the earth, right? Your love, right? And you're exhaling, you're giving anything else out to the earth to transmute, and then you come up and you cross your arms. So you like kind of so we're coming up from the growth, right? Let's connect again. We're coming up from the growth, new life, baby, right? First time expressing itself, gentleness, right? Kindness, and now we're going to go into love and patience and more fire, more presence, more passion, more being there. So we're radiating now our excitement for life. So with the ha sound, so and fire, red. So up, right wings. Okay, and then there's the reverse. So now we're going to inhale. And you're going to let it out. Gently. Let it fall out. So now we're yinning when we were yanging the first time. So before it was breathing the fire out, yang. Now we're going to yin. So we're breathing in the yang. We're breathing it all in like we're going to let it go. And then we... Keep going, make the sounds a couple more times if you can. Make sure you're radiating your fire to your whole entire body. It's radiating. That's what it does, right? We're gonna mutate, transmute everything. It's gonna radiation and disperse, right? It doesn't have to be aggressive, to burn something away. It's like the sun. It just, you just lay in the sun and it'll just cool, it like almost cools you off, right? Like too much heat and then the sun will like I said, it'll take you down or it'll bring you up. And that's how you Reiki, any of us that are Reiki people, okay, this is the too much yin, too much yang, the overabundance or the underabundance of chi in the body, it's the same idea. So hopefully you're feeling embodied. Now we ground it, we center it into your spleen, the one organ that, Western science says has no purpose. Well, they say it's insulin, right? Well, that's kind of important, right? Because we got to regulate the insulin. Yeah, spleen, grounding, right? You have to be able to digest everything in life. Otherwise, you're going to have belly problems. Because your belly, that's what it is. So mouth is and swallowing. So fire was tongue and tasting. That's why with the tongue, too, the fire, stick your tongue out. Like Kali Ma. So now earth, bright yellow, worry, anxiety about your past and future. Fairness and openness. Feminine, yin. Yang, ability to be present, balanced, centered, to stabilize, strong boundary. Center earth, so west for metal, right? I'm gonna read them off because I'm thinking so many things are not. I want to make it right. Water, north, winter, right? Cold. Wood is east, spring, rising. Fire, south. Hot, dry. Heat. Earth. And this is really too. Well, anyways, we'll talk about it later. And so the earth is center. Centering, monkey, golden phoenix, ox, yellow, Saturn, mouth, swallowing, stabilizing, grounding, centering, and so forth. Okay, so the ho sounds. Now we're going to make ho. So you should be feeling the body, right? So now you inhale and exhale. Ho. Pull everything in from everything that you just created. You don't have to pull externalities in. You want to pull your internalities in. That's what I inhale. Make it sound again. Ho. Feel your spleen, the color yellow. Go down into your belly with your mind, your conscious. Ho. This is the center point of you right now. Breathe from your belly, from your spleen. All right. It's on the left side, right? Liver's on the right. Spleen's on the left. Inhale. Oh, I'm gonna burp. Okay. Sorry, hopefully you're still making the sounds. And it's Indian summer, right? So breathe it all in, center point. How long can you make it for? And that'll keep you, that will make you stay still if you do it enough times. Let's do one. Go guttural, go internal, subvocal. Breathe in, come down, come up, bring your chi up to your mouth, your chin, your squeeze your butt, seal your perineum. We have a crown, we also have a perineum. You don't want to leak. That's why some people be leaking. Yeah, and that's the wood element. That's the up. That's the up. That's too much sinking. That's too much yin. Too much laziness or whatever. Okay, so breathe. Get some normal breaths. Do whatever you need to do to balance. You probably feel all funky if you did all the sounds and went with me. Now, the good part about the sounds is that you don't have to worry about doing them too much because they won't hurt you in any way whatsoever, which is why I said earlier, okay, about if you feel sick or if you feel out of balance, you can tone yourself and figure out what organ or what element's out of balance. So the next video, since we're already this far in, is I will explain the next phase. And again, this is according to, I'm glad this, all the Montauk Chia lineage. He's been doing it 30 years, and Michael Wynn is out there too. Check him out, right? I want to quote the right people who like this page that I have right here, but this is, so in no means do I mean to, just making a video on it, but really, these things have been around, like I say, for thousands of years. The differentiation, it's like I say, I'm making forms of my own. When you understand the movements, it's like, and you understand your meridians, and you can make movements kind of, easily, in that sense. And so yeah, so shout out to those guys. And it's downstairs. Anyway, I knew I had something else. So we'll do the next one next week, and then we'll get into maybe a whole nother section or of it. I actually just want to do it. All right. Damn it, we're gonna do it now. Sixth sound. We just did. We got to do the sixth one. We can't not do the sixth one, right? Okay. So core. We're gonna do core for like a half of a second, or not a half a second, but we're gonna wrap this up. So we have the triple warmer, right? If you guys have heard of the triple warmer, okay, it's your three, right? It's like your thymus up here, pericardium area, right? Or is this middle, and then it goes down to your bottom. It's a triple warmer. I'm gonna get all the actual organs wrong. Don't quote me right now. I usually prepare beforehand, but in this case, it's a triple warmer. Look it up. It's basically your upper, middle, and lower halves. It's the dantians. It's the heaven, the human, the earth, whatever you want to call it. And so it's the balanced. It's the element is the core, right? It's the reactor. So now we're getting into the Wu Ji. So now we're getting into the center point that the earth created for us by doing the energy there. And now we're bringing it into, this is where you get spiritual, or you can't, because when you've aligned and balanced all of your organs, and your body's functioning properly, and then you do triple warmer, and then you it's like the integration. It's almost like the marriage of heaven and earth exercises, which I love, and I'm totally going to show you guys. Let me see the rest of it. Color, all colors, right? Rainbow, guys. Rainbow or clear. Does it say clear? Yes, it's clear. Distorted emotion is little warmth, no harmony or passion, right? The yin is good contact and feeling presence, or feeling present, right? Because you're balanced at your core. The yang is a sense of direction and integration. Direction is empty space, right? Because we're in 0 point. The planet is the pole star, right? Our central, right? Where it generates from. The related sense: mouth, heart, genitals. Top, middle, bottom. Powerful points, you know what I mean? Heart, mouth, which is related to our throat, speaking, right? All of it, it's up by our brains, right? I don't know, I could say brain, heart. Yeah, that'd be, mouth, because we're doing body work, right? I talked about this, and the whole reason I started doing, especially with the fire one, in Western society, we have these fire gods, they're all up in the sky, and they're all demanding, and they're all rah, 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 and then in the Eastern, they're more like body work. They live by the ocean, right? They eat a lot of fish. It's different. It's a little slower, right? And they live a little longer, and they live, there's maybe not be slower now. They got China's got more people than the U.S. But it's that difference in energy. Again, like my grandpa was saying earlier, out here we got guns. Over there, they focus on kung fu, tai chi. Not nowadays, the military. You gotta keep up, anyways. But they were all about body work, embodiment, physical structure. They were about water, and they were about earth, right? Not about just fire and air, blowing smoke, right? Us Westerners, you know what I mean? Which is why I fell in love with the Eastern culture. And Kung Fu, since I was a kid, it's a no-brainer anyways. I don't even know what we're doing so special over here, Mr. Westerners. What? Conquering? And, hey, it's great. I'm not saying, dude, we got music. I'm not trying to track. I'm just from an energy point, it's like we need a little nurturing. America could use a whole lot of nurturing. You know what I mean? I think the whole world, though, that's a whole nother subject. Okay, hold on. What's the last one? I'm staring at the last thing to say to you guys. Okay, hold on. Energetic movement is connecting above with below. Oh, okay, heaven and earth, hello. Clearing, yes. Centering in movement. Cool. Okay, so as opposed to the centering, right? So now we're expressing ourselves naturally, and we're connecting all of the elements of our body, and we want to, we want to balance them all. We want them all to function properly. The sound, which I haven't said yet. So depending on how you feel, you could start with the rainbow. We did all the colors. You could think of a rainbow, or you could just do clear and transparent. Make the he sound. Okay, so let's exhale he. Right. You can do the I don't think you can make that out loud. See, that's the guttural. We got to do. That was funny. I don't even know how you guys heard that shit. You got to do. Okay, see, so I'm doing that right now, and my whole entire vagus nerve going up this way. It's like my whole head is vibrating. That's probably because I've been sitting here talking about it for a while. This is why I like doing the movements. When you can do the moves, just stand up, inhale, exhale, come and clear. balance. Think of a center line just going through you, just like smoothing, pushing, like steamrolling, everything just like, gently just right into place, right? Filling all the cracks. You're putting, you're putting uh, some road down, whatever, I can't even think, some tar down, you're just steamrolling, you're fitting in all the cracks, right? And that'll keep you at a vibration. Notice the sound. Do one more. Notice the sound. Do. It'll vibrate you just the right amount on both sides of your body structure, of your line. Okay? Your vertical integration. It'll balance it out, both sides. The more you make he, you'll balance out everything that's going on in you. At the he sound, you can just sit with the he sound. Any one of these sounds you can sit and you can focus on. The one guy, he was like hooked. He was like, dude, ever since I learned this, all I've been doing is sounds for like months. Like, I just like, everybody's looking at me weird. He's like, I just keep doing the sound. I just keep doing the sound and I keep doing the movement and I'm in love with them. They're very powerful when we realize, because you guys are coming into realizing that sound is what heals. Sound heals, color heals. We got all this stuff like, crystals, which are great. We got all this other stuff, but right, the basic fundamental, like I said, the most subtle expression of difference of energy, this most subtle expression is color, right? Or sound. You could say, things like this that are so mono, just one thing. That's it, one. Doesn't need to add all this other stuff. You could heal your whole entire, you could understand life completely from sound, right? If you're blind, if you're deaf, you could learn. If we colored our faces, if we could like change the color of our faces, for deaf people, they would know how we feel. You know what I mean? They would know what we're saying. They would be able to see where the color change happens in the cheek, and then you'd know that the right cheek is the left brain, so I'm thinking analytically, so I'm getting nervous and anxious because I'm going into yellow, but it's a little brownish because yellow is earth, you know what I mean? And so, and he needs to heal that, so he needs to stop worrying, right? So how do you stop worrying? That, like, so what contains, right, what controls earth? So fire, right? Okay, fire burns it, so it creates more earth, right? So worry, and then you need a fire sign to go, oh, that, man, let's go. Like, I'm down to ride. Where we going? It don't matter. Right? Because that's what earth sign. I'm all worried. Where are we going? Why are we going to go there? Right? Are you sure? Did you check in first? Did we get there? Did you get all the, are we going? You better get your muffins. Or your hand. You better get your mittens. You better get your mittens on, because we about to roll. We're about to roll out. Okay, Mr. Worry Wart. And that's why worry warts. It gets a wart. No, I don't know. Mole. Yeah, we're just going to get into that. That's the kind of stuff we're going to get into later, because I've already been doing this for an hour. Okay, so I'm going to let you guys go. But yeah, we'll get into the creation, the destruction, right? And then as you learn these things, you learn to look at people or life, and understand. It's like animals. That's where they got it from too. Aquatic animals, and then land animals, and sky animals, right? And then earth animal, insects, earth, or squirrels or something. You know what I mean? Like, there's all different. It all makes sense, guys. So yay, thanks for hanging out. I love you guys. I'll let you guys go. It's been like super long. I appreciate you all. Love you.